and the glade. Trees where you sit shall crowd into a shade.
Gone, I swallowed it.
You're bad, you're bad. I love you, Michael. I love you.
Me too. I love you too.
I don't love you as a mother does, though. I love you as a sister loves a brother. I should be a mother to you. You need a mother. How could a boy like you grow up without a mother?
I'd rather have you. You're more to me than any mother could ever be. You're my sister, my daughter, my cousin, my friend. You're my friend. My grandmother.
You're joking and I'm serious.
I'm serious. You're the best person I'll ever know.
You need a guide. You need a teacher in life.
I don't need a guide. I need a friend.
You need someone who will tell you what to do.
I don't need a mother. If I had a mother, she would say to me, "You're doing just fine, my boy. You don't give me any trouble and you don't need a mother." When I need help, I'll come to you and you'll help me.
You are sweet. You are the sweetest creature on earth. I wish I were sweet like you. I wish I had a sweetness in my heart the same as you do. Soon, I will officially be your mother. And I say this in earnest. I hope that I can make myself worthy of the love that's been bestowed upon me by both you and your father. He brought solace to me when I knew nothing but grief. I experienced joy only when I was with him. His kindness brought me back to life. I am grateful to him, and I love him. I would have died had he not come to save me. I love him more than my own life, and I owe it to him. And I love you, because you have a sweetness the same as him, and you are his son. I hope that I can make myself worthy of the honor of being asked to be invited to be one of this household, which is blessed with a true and noble spirit. I hope that I will succeed in being as noble a spirit as those who invite me to share it with them. I know that I seem formal and that my words seem studied, but this is the only way I know how to express what I feel. In this house, light comes into it as if it delighted in entering here. I feel the same. I delight in entering here. I delight in walking through these rooms, and I'm sad when I leave. Oh, I cannot wait until the day when I open my eyes and I find myself within these walls. Being here, I feel as if I am blessed. If life dealt me a cruel blow when my parents died, now it offers me the kindest reward. Oh, I hope I never do anything to cause you any regret. I hope you, as well as he, will always tell me if I have done anything wrong or anything less than what you expect. Will you promise me?
I promise.
Oh. Michael, give it back! Give it back to me this time!
Reiniger! Chester and I have just been talking about the question of your obligation. The questions you posed to me, and whether or not you will continue your studies. And we thought that you should ask these questions directly to him. Now, he doesn't seem to know the answer. Go ahead, dear.
I was wondering about the question of my obligations. I believe that when one marries, one has obligations, and I asked Aunt Minnie what those obligations would be, and she said that she was not sure, but that she thinks that I might be running the house. Is that so? And I told her that that I have never run a house, and I'm not sure if it's something that I can learn how to do. And she told me that I should tell you that I have never run a house because it may be that it's something that you don't feel I should do.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say that I have no idea how to run a house. When I was born, my mother ran the house, and then when I married, my wife Martha ran the house, and then when Martha became ill, Jenny, our housekeeper, took over the running the house, and then when Martha died, Jenny just continued running the house until now. I never did it.
And what does running a house consist of?
I don't know, Mary. Minnie, perhaps you know.
Yes, I run my own house, Chester, but I don't know if you run your house the same way I run mine.
Now, Jenny, you should talk to Jenny, and then figure out what it is you want.
Oh, yes, that's what I'll do. Oh, and will my cousin Mary continue giving me instructions? I would like to know if that is something that I will continue to do.
Indeed, Mary. Nothing in your life should change unless you want it to.
Oh, because of all the years that I was unable to attend school, I feel that I don't yet comprehend a great many things.
In the name of God, I, Juster, take you, Marion, to be my wife.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
Until we are parted by death.
This is my solemn vow.
I am happy. Oh, believe me, I am happy. I will be very happy. Oh, dear. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Why is she so unhappy?
Weddings make people cry, Marion.
That's what I heard. Who told us what?
My cousin told me. He knows his back and his, and he also knows his. Oh, Harry. And the wife's sister came to visit. For months. She's from New Paltz. And her sister, the wife, is also from New Paltz. Well, they're both from New Paltz. Anyway, the wife's sister came to stay for months, right? And, well, they all slept together in the same bed. The man, the wife, and the sister of the wife. Together in the same bed.
The three of them?
Yes, together in the same bed.
Why did they do that?
To make love, Marion.
How?
I don't know. I imagine that he makes love to one and then to the other.
That's perverse.
I know, that's why I'm telling you. I know.
How did you find out?
He told me.
He?
Oh, my cousin.
Oh, how did he know?
Everyone knows, Marion. How? I know because of the noises in the bedroom. Oh, if you could see them, you would know how. They behave, Marion. How? They became very sinister and very sexual.
The wife is not jealous?
No!
And the sister is not jealous?
No.
He's with both of them?
Yes!
In the street?
Yes. He looks at one and then the other. Passionately. Shame. They all are, Marion.
It's he who does it.
Not only he, they also look at him with passion. They don't mind.
They don't?
Apparently not, Marion.
The wife's to blame then.
Yes, it's her fault, not his.
Well, it's his fault too.
The sister's pretty.
Is she?
Oh, she's lovely. If she lets him, what is he to do?
Well, he can say no.
But if the wife doesn't mind, why should he?
Because it's a sin. He's sinning. God won't forgive him. It's his own soul he has to think about. He has to be responsible for his own soul. He just can't say, well, they don't mind. He has to mind. It's his own soul he has to be responsible for. Go to hell.
I know, Marion. They'll all go to hell.
And so will we.
Why?
We're talking about it.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. We have to do penance.
Why? We didn't do anything.
Yes, we did. What? We talked about it. And we thought about it.
Did you?
I did, Mary. I did. I imagined them. I did.
How could you, Marion? No.
Oh, no. I did.
Marion, repent.
Oh, I repent. I repent. I repent. I repent. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I repent.
Well, what did you think, Marion?
I imagined him in bed.
What did you imagine?
I can't tell you.
What?
He makes love to one, while the other is there, watching. She listens. She watches their bodies move. She's very close.
How close?
Touching.
Oh,
she must.
No, that's just awful.
She must.
Oh, and then what, Marion?
He kisses them both.
Ah, oh, no.
And he knows them both.
Marion! No, I sing too! Oh, will God forgive us, Marion?
If you wish to see it for yourself, take a pencil and push the pointed end into the open mouth of the flower and downward towards the ovary and the honey, just as a bee would thrust in its tongue. If it is a young flower you have chosen, you will see the two anthers bend down as if they knew what they were doing, and touch the pencil about 2 inches from the point, leaving a smudge of golden pollen on it. Thus, on its first day of opening, the anthers rub their pollen on the back of visiting bees. And on the next, the stigma hangs down far enough to receive pollen from a younger flower. If you wish to see the mechanism by which the anthers are bent down, cut away the hood until you lay bare the stars, as far as the point where they are joined to the corolla. Here you will notice that they have slender white flying buttresses that keep them in place. Push your pencil in again, and you can see what happens. It strikes against these levers and pushes them downward. As the buttresses hold the filaments in place, their upper portion is bent over from that point until the anthers touch the pencil.
Pleased him who instructed, and oh, strange to tell, that he selected every humble plant, another there resembling straightway in its place arose. Canto 2. Behold a vessel, under conduct of an angel. Now has the sun to that horizon reached, and night stood opposite to him her orb, holding the scales that from her hands are dropped, which she reigns highest. I was, Aurora to white, and vermeil tinctured cheek to orange turned as she in age increased. When lo, as near upon the hour of dawn, through the thick vapors, Mars with fiery beam glares down over the ocean floor. So seemed what once again I hoped to view, a light so swiftly coming through the sea, no winged course might equal its career, for which when for a space I had withdrawn mine eyes to make inquiry of my guide, I looked again and saw it groan in size and brightness, when the light that we first discerned opened in the form of wings, and when the pilot restored he cried aloud, down, down, below thy knees, fold thy hands, now thou shalt see God's angel, true ministers indeed. Yes? Don't come up. I'll be down in a minute.
Are you all right? What are you doing?
Studying?
You're drenched.
I know.
Well, why don't you study where it's cool?
I have to do it here.
God, you're so white. Look at how you are drenched. Why do you do this?
I wasn't aware of the heat.
But now you're cold. You're as cold as ice.
I feel sometimes that I am drowning in vagueness. That I have no character. That I don't know who I am. Mother deemed a person worthless if he didn't know his mind and if he didn't know what he ought to believe and what he ought to want. She always said a person ought to know what he ought to believe and what he ought to want. I write to her. I know she's dead. But I write to her. I write to her when my thoughts become confused. I write and I write and I write until my thoughts become clear. I want my thoughts to be clear so that she'll smile upon me. I come to this room to study. I stand on my toes with my arms stretched out over my head and I recite the words until I collapse. I am doing this to strengthen my mind and my body. I am trying to conquer this weakness inside of me. This vagueness. This lack of character. This numbness that I have inside of me. This weakness I have inside of me.
scare you. It's only me. I brought you flowers. Well, don't worry. I didn't read any of it.
It's a diary. I was describing an event.
An event? Well, is it a secret?
It's a secret. A meeting.
Well, what sort of meeting?
Something I imagined in my mind.
Well, diaries are to write things that are true.
Well, this diary is to write things that aren't true. Things that are imagined. Each day I write things that are imagined.
Well, could I read it?
No.
Well, why not if it's only imagined?
It would embarrass me.
Is it romantic?
Yes. It's the story of a love affair.
Whose?
A young man's named F.
With whom?
A young girl.
Well, who is she?
Me.
You?
Yes.
You
Yes.
in this?
Yes.
How thrilling.
Yes.
Well, do you write him each day?
Yes.
Since when?
Since August.
Do you see him each day?
No.
Why?
Because I can't.
Well, why not?
Because I'm married.
Oh.
Of course. A married woman can see her lover often.
Where do you meet?
In the street.
Is he from here?
No.
Have you kissed him?
No.
Will you kiss him?
I think so. In the future.
Is he real?
He is real. He is as real as someone who exists. I know every part of him. I know his fingernails, every lock of his
Well,
hair.
what does F stand for then?
Well, I don't know that yet. Well, Francis, of course. What other name starts with F?
Franklin.
No. His name is not Franklin.
Floyd.
No. Felix! No, don't ask such questions.
Well, I'm sorry. I've intruded. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what you want. But you have to be discreet. You have to know how to enter another person's life.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. What does he look like? May I ask that?
He's handsome. He has a delicate face and delicate hands. His hair is dark and his eyes are dark and his skin is white. He looks the way poets should look. He looks how poets look. Soulful.
Where did you first meet him?
In a shop.
Well, where does he live?
Well, I don't know that yet. I don't know him that
Well,
well.
how long have you known him?
3 months.
How often do you meet?
Once a week.
Well, why not more often?
Because you have to be careful.
Ah. You're mad.
I know. It was him. I saw him, but I knew it was me.
Did he see you?
No, I took a book and I buried my head in it.
And then?
I hid behind the stacks. I was afraid that he would see me and I would die. He didn't. I waited until I thought he left, and then I went to the front and I watched him leave through the glass windows. And then I followed him. But I was afraid to get too close and I lost him. I went back there each day to the bookstore and to the place where I'd lost him. Each day, and then one day I saw him again, and I followed him. Every time I saw him, I followed him. But I was afraid to continue, and sometimes I lost him, but I followed him. One day, I got very close behind him. He ducked behind a corner. I went behind him. He was there, waiting for me. He grabbed my arm. I screamed, and I ran. I ran desperately. I saw an open doorway, and I ran in. Not until it was dark did I dare come out. When I was sure he was gone, I came home. I haven't been outside since then. I'll never go out again. Not even to the corner. I don't want to see him. I don't want him to see me. I can't believe what I did. I have to do penance.
Have you seen the tree? It's budding already. So eager for spring. God, it's been 2 seasons since I planted it. Look at it now. It's grown nearly twice the size. What are you looking at, Marion? This is the one I'm talking about.
I know which one you mean.
Well, doesn't it look strong?
Yes. I suppose it does.
You look beautiful. You look like a painting. Play, Michael. Make up your mind.
I don't know what move to make.
Make whatever move seems best.
I don't know one move being better than the next move.
Marion, what do you think Michael should do?
What do I think?
Yes, what should Michael do? Should he scrutinize the board and imagine each move and its consequences? Or should he just play and see what happens? Both are good ways of learning, I think. One way I think is more oriental, through meditation. The other is more Western, reckless. We are reckless, we Westerners. Orientals meditate until they've arrived at a conclusion. And then they act. We Westerners act, and then we see if what we've done makes any sense. Now, which do you think is the best way to act?
I don't know. I think I'm like an Oriental. I don't take any chances. I don't take any risks. I don't make any moves at all.
Check.
Does that mean you won?
No. But it's exciting to check, though. It's exciting to create havoc for a moment. Reckless to think that it's mate.
And if it isn't mate, do you lose?
I don't know.
Well, now he just loses the shit.
Maybe it's best to be like an Oriental.
Well, I don't know. When you reflect, you have to know what you're reflecting about. When you move without reflecting, you just move. Just do it!
And the sky did not fall. You're trespassing. Where you're standing is private property. This is a private garden, and when strangers come into it, we let the dogs out.
Let them tear me up. I'll stay here with you.
Let go.
I'm chained to you. I'm your shackle.
You are?
Come.
No, let go.
Never. 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 Never.
What if someone sees you?
Well, I'll be arrested.
Let go of my foot.
I know every move you make. You spy on me. I spy on you.
Let go. Someone will see you.
There's nobody here but us.
How do you know?
He won't be back for hours.
Who's he?
Your father.
He's not my father.
Who is he?
He's not my father. He's my husband. He is my husband. I am married and you should not be here. Please leave now.
Good evening, dear.
Good evening.
You're all right. You look pale.
Do I look pale?
I think that you do.
I'm fine.
Michael home?
He's in his room.
Will dinner be at 6?
Yes, I believe so.
Did you speak to me?
I'm sorry.
You broke my heart.
I saw you and I lost mine. And I also lost my mind. That's why I followed you. Each day I thought of nothing but you. Each day I looked for you in the streets, and if not, I dreamt of you. The other night, I looked out the window and I thought I saw you moving among the trees. Was that you? Were you there?
Yes.
15 years old, and I've never done anything like this. I love my husband, and I won't hurt him. He doesn't deserve this. Please, please go, please, or I'll start crying, and he'll come out here and he'll find me like this. Please, please.
Out here all this time?
Yes, I was looking at the sky. I think it's going to rain.
Night is falling. That's why it's getting dark. Dinner is served, dear. Are you coming?
In a minute.
Are you all right?
No. No, I don't feel well.
Should you even have dinner?
I don't think so.
You want to stay here?
I'll go up to my room.
May I help you?
I'll be up in a minute. What is today's date?
September 20th.
Of course. The end of summer. The trees are beginning to turn.
Yes.
Your hands are cold.
There's a change in the air.
Could I have a drink of water?
Yes?
I never thought I would have another child. I never thought Marion and I would have a child. I'm overwhelmed with joy. Marion is a little worried. She's fearful. I've suggested that she ask Aunt Minnie to come and stay with us. Marion needs a woman's companionship. But she hasn't decided whether or not she'll ask her. Perhaps you could persuade her? Marion's missed you very much. I haven't heard any laughter in this house since you left. Perhaps you will consider returning to New York to go to school this year. Marion is desperate, Michael. Would you consider returning home?
I will think about it, Father. Why?
I'm glad to see you.
I was away.
Where have you been?
I was away. Have you thought of me?
Oh, yes.
What have you thought?
That I love you.
What a pleasant surprise. Can I come in?
No, no.
Come outside then.
Not now.
When?
Tomorrow.
At what time?
At 1.
Where?
In the square.
Abingdon.
Yes. He often speaks of moving south where the weather is more temperate. Huh. He likes using that word. Temperate. Well, it's quite clear what he means. He means moral balance. He means evenness of character. He means that he knows about Frank and me, that he knows what I do when I leave the house. That he's ready to divorce me. and put an end to our family life. Well, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to face him with it. He's just making it easier for me. What is the matter?
When I'm with him, I think about nothing but him. He's my father. I love him. I respect him. I don't want to see him suffer. When I'm with you, I forget he's my father and I take your side. But I feel terrible when I've been disloyal to him, and I feel worse when he's still kind and gentle to both you and me. I love you. I know you need me. But I can't bear being divided. And I must choose him. I'm leaving.
No!
There are times when I want to tell him the whole truth and I don't. And it's because I love you and I think that there's nothing wrong in what you're doing. I really don't. You're young and you're in love and it's a person's right to love. But Frank is handsome and he's honest and I think he loves you. I am constantly forced to act in a cowardly manner. I cannot choose one over the other. I cannot be loyal to both. I am a coward. I am a coward when I look at you. And I am a coward when I look at him. I am tearing my heart out and leaving it here. Half of it is yours. The other half is his. Take care. What if you're discovered? Will he take on such a responsibility? Will he leave school? Will he get a job? Will he marry you?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Are you leaving? Are you staying for dinner?
I have some studying to do.
Stay. You should be eating soon. You could leave after dinner. We should have dinner soon. Good evening, dear.
Good evening.
Well, you both look somber. Hope nothing's wrong.
No, nothing.
I've had a bad day myself. Sit down, Michael. It's difficult work today. Everyone seems to be constantly shirking responsibility. That seems to be the main problem in the world right now. It's not possible to get anything done properly, both in the house and at work. Will the person whose duty it is to prepare dinner be here on time to prepare it? Will my office staff appear to work properly dressed and properly shaven? It's as if each day mankind has to be restored to a civilized state. Each night the savage takes over. We're entering the war. In no time, we will be in the middle of a war. Yes, you comb your hair. Yes, you wear clothes that are not soiled. But why can't people understand that a job worth doing is a job worth doing well? I take care of my feet, my socks, are in a good state of repair. When they wear out, I'll pass them on to someone who needs them. I don't mind wearing mended clothes. My underwear is mended. So are my shirts, but not my socks. I have always wanted to give my feet maximum comfort. It is they who support the whole body, and yet they are fragile. If I treat my feet with respect, my mind functions with respect. It functions with more clarity. And so does my stomach. It digests better. In the morning at the office, I look at my mail, call in my assistant, and I discuss some matters with him. Then I call in my secretary. I collect my thoughts for a moment, and then I stand on my feet. And I walk to the window at my left. And from there, standing on my feet, with my stomach properly digesting my breakfast, and my mind as clear as the morning dew, I dictate my letters.
I will go see if dinner is ready.
What's the matter with Mary? She's not herself.
Nothing.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Nothing.
Have you thought it over?
What?
Are you coming home?
Not yet.
Fine, Michael. Do as you must. It's hard to know who you can trust. Who you can show your heart to.
Dinner is ready.
Come, let's have dinner.
Frank. I have been warned that this is a dream. That tomorrow you won't love me. That tomorrow you will leave me and my pain will be eternal. Hold me. Hold me in your arms. Something terrible has happened. Something terrible happens each day. You weren't touched by it, but I am impure. Except when I speak to you, I tell lies, lies, lies come out of my mouth. Frank, wouldn't you like it if we spent all our time together, day and night? Wouldn't you like that, Frank? If we traveled together, if we walked on the streets holding hands, if we slept every night in the same bed together, Frank, wouldn't you like that?
We have to be careful.
Marion! Marion! Do you know what this is? This is a rental receipt. This is the receipt for the rental of a place on Abingdon Square. It's made out to you. Do you know what this receipt is?
I rented that place. I needed a place. I needed a place. I needed a place of my own.
A place to meet your lover? Take it! Take it! What are your plans?
In regards to what?
In regards to your life?
I haven't made any
Well,
plans.
do! I'd like to know what you plan to do. How long would you need to decide? I'd like to know what you intend to do as soon as possible. I expect you to leave as soon as possible. I expect you to take your things, what you can, tonight. The rest I'll have sent to your own place. If you have a place of your own, you should move there now. Thomas will stay with me.
No!
Don't bother to look for him. He's not in the house. Don't think you will take him with you. I'm leaving, and I'll return later tonight. I expect that when I return, you'll be gone. If you're here when I return, you'll never see Thomas again. You are an adulterous wife, and I'll sue you for divorce. A court will grant me sole custody of the child if you have anything to say.
I'm not leaving unless I take Thomas with me.
If you're still here when I return, you'll never see Thomas again. Marion is leaving tonight, and she'll never enter this house again. She's not wanted here. She has debased this house. She will not be forgiven, and her name will never be mentioned in here again. And if you ever think of her again, you'll never enter this house.
Father, if I may intercede.
In regards to
Father,
what?
just
No! I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to hear your advice. Marion will leave. You may escort her to wherever it is she's going, if you like. When Mother died, I don't believe she cried once. But her spirit left me. She seemed absent. This is the way she grieved. She was obedient. She did what was asked of her. But she had lost her sense of judgment. She had lost her desire to choose one thing over another. She accepted what others chose for her. I took her for walks. I took her to the park. I kept her company. I found myself always thinking about her. She only smiled when she saw me. I foolishly believed this meant she loved me. She was a child. And she needed a mother more than a husband. But a husband was all she had. I couldn't be a mother to her. 4 years after we were married, Marion had a child. She was overwhelmed with joy. Marion was not. She began to feel she hated me. And she does hate me. And she has made me hate her. You see, Rabbi, I never do. War has been declared. Mary, I'm afraid that Michael will be right. Two will be taken from me.
I am in a state of despair, thanks to Frank. How could I not be? Have you ever lived with someone for whom words mean nothing, or if they mean anything at all, they mean something entirely different from what they mean to you? My life is a puzzle. I am constantly asking myself, what does that mean? Do you mean? Why did you say that? Why did you do that? What does that mean to you? Do you, Mary?
Me?
not punished. Now that life has entered me, I am destroyed. And I destroy everything around me.
I have tried. I offered her some money. She didn't accept it. She just stared at me and said nothing. I knew she wouldn't take it. I said, do you have anything to say? She said nothing, but I could feel the hatred in her eyes. I said, I suppose you're not accepting my offer. She said nothing. I said, for God's sake, say you don't accept it, and if you don't, let's move on to something else. I regretted having offered her the money. She gave me no reason to think that she would accept it. What do they live on? Have you seen her?
No.
She's berserk. She's gone wild like a mad woman. She's insane. You haven't seen her?
No.
Last week, I followed her to a dance parlor. A man in a soldier's uniform greeted her at the door. They danced and moved to a dark corner. She knew I was there looking at her, and that's why she did what she did. They kissed and caressed lewdly. I have never seen such behavior in public. Never have I seen someone I so cherished behave like that. She knew I was there looking at her, and that's why she did what she did. One day last week, she came into my office. I heard her say, does this happen every afternoon? I said, does what happen every afternoon? She says, do you look out the window every afternoon? I said, yes. She says, what do you look at? I said, I look out. I don't look at anything in particular. I look out because that's what I have to do to concentrate on what I have to do. She says, do you use binoculars? I told her I could see quite well without binoculars. And she said, from where you are, can you see the house on Abingdon Square? She thought I was spying on her. She's insane. She's capable of anything. I carry this with me at all times. I don't know if I will shoot her, or if I will shoot myself, but I know that one of us will die sooner.
Let's try to see you. Stop here.
Michael, will you take care of the bill?
Yes.
Father, I've enlisted.
Juster? Yes, Juster. I hate him. I will shoot him. I imagine I shoot him, and I feel a satisfaction equal to that of flushing a toilet. To flushing a toilet and seeing the water flush out and vanish forever. I am crude. I know I am crude. I know that I am part of a civilized society, but I am uncivilized. Thomas was not his.
Marion.
He's not.
Whose is he, Marion?
A stranger's. A stranger. No one. Huh? Just a man. Someone who came into the house one day and then never again. I never saw him again. Just a man. A stranger. No one. I have a bad destiny, Mary. I need my child, Minnie. I need my child. I need that child in my arms. And I don't see a way I could ever have him again. He's been irrevocably taken from me. There is nothing I could do that could bring him back. I have gone to him on my knees. I have begged him. I have offered myself to him. I have offered my life to him. He won't listen. He won't forgive me. I'm at his mercy. I wish for his death. I stalk the house. I stand on the corner, and I stalk the house. I imagine my child inside, playing in his room. When the spring comes, I may be able to see him in the garden. I don't know if he's there, but that's the way I feel him. Looking at the house, that's how I feel him, Minnie.
Why won't he let you see?
Because he's mad. He's insane, Minnie. He's mad. Just. He wants to destroy me. But I'll destroy him first.
I don't understand. I forget things. I'm too old. I don't remember what you're saying. It's just no longer in my mind. My flesh is sore and swollen. This part of it is stretched, redder than the rest. As if it were hotter. As if it had a fever, as if it had hair, throbs.
She follows me. She's insane. She's jealous of me. Her jealousy is irrational as everything else she does.
Who are you talking to?
What are you doing here?
Who are you talking to? Who are you with?
I'm with no one.
Someone's in the back.
I'm alone.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking on the telephone.
I had forgotten how much I loved this house. I love this house.
Operator. Operator. Hello.
I have been ill. I've had fevers. I'll tell you a riddle. See if you can guess it. If a person owns an object, where is it? And if a person loves an object, where is it? And if a mother's baby isn't in her arms, where is it? Where is Thomas? Where have you taken him? Is there someone in your life, someone influencing you? How can you do this to me? How can you put me through this? What did you gain?
Go! nothing. I took the gun out and aimed at her. She stared at me. Courage is true. She stared at death without flinching. My eye fell on a mirror behind her. I saw my reflection in it. I looked very old. Very old. She looked very young. It's a shame to love her. I turned the gun on my own head. She moved towards me calmly. She put her hand on mine and pulled it slowly down and away from my head. She said, please.
Please.
I was moved by her kindness. I turned to look at her. Again, I was filled with rage. That was the shot you just heard. The gun was pointed at the floor. Everyone in here is all right.
And if he doesn't come to, will you spend the rest of your life taking care of him?
When I reach out to him, I'm never sure whether I'm reaching out or into myself. If he doesn't come out of the coma, I beat him. I bathed him. I changed him. I wait for the day when I can speak to him again. Just speak to him just once.
I just wanted to know if there was anything I could do.
No. Thank you, Frank.
I may be leaving again, Mary.
Oh?
Yes, I may be moving on.
I know. I know you have to go. What feels bad?
It's happier here.
Wait.
Who's there?
It's me.
Who?
Mary?
Where?
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing here?
You're ill.
What's wrong with me?
Have a stroke?
What have you done to me?
Nothing.
Yes, you have.
No.
You've done harm to me.
What have I done?
Get out!
I fed you.
What have you fed me? Poison?
No.
I hate you! touching me.
Yes.
You enjoy seeing me like this.
No. No.
Where's my business? Has he been here?
I sent for him.
I want to see him.
He'll call as soon as he can.
When can't he come?
He'll come as soon as he
I
can.
want to get up.
He can't be reached.
I'm going to get up when he comes.
He won't
I'll
call
call.
till later, please.
I'll come. Am I dying?
I don't know.
I don't want you. Get out! Get out! Get out! Marion! 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 I love you.
I love you too. No! Michael! Michael! He mustn't die! He mustn't die! Don't die!
Adam.
Happy as a beat.